Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic discussion video. Now, a little bit on short on time at the current moment, honestly, because like I say, I usually like film and such before work, and then also after, and sure enough, working. But yeah, so just bear with me with things. If you're waiting for a certain thing, just patience and such. And yeah, I know I've been doing the MFB homage series a lot recently. Getting all the battles and such out for that. Whole over MFB fans, because one last big time homage to MFB with this. More burst stuff and more Bakugan stuff is going to be coming. You guys got to realize I'm one person doing a lot of stuff. Please be patient. But all those that are supporting me and such, and have my back, I love you all, and thanks so much for the support, especially recently. 65K, dude. I'm still like dumbfounded that we hit that, man. But yeah, it's just up from here, and there's a lot of you that are in the shadows watching the videos and such, but not subbing. Join the Kimbo squad, Feel free to like join the Kimbo army, we have cookies sometimes, but yeah, anyways. So just saying that, putting that out there first thing. Just bear with you, boy, because I'm trying my best with everything. One person doing a lot of stuff. Also doing this right before going in. So you're going to probably see this as I'm working, honestly. But yeah, because I was playing double duty. Anyways, let's get into this, dude. So it's a discussion video on Beyblade Burst Superking. Most recent episode being 22, I think. Yeah. And sure enough, it's really awesome. So with this, we got the intro. Well, actually, you know what? Before getting into it, I'll give it 5 seconds for anybody who hasn't seen it. We're going into spoiler territory. So yeah, now you've been warned. Episode number 22, we saw the introduction of Iga with his Achilles. So we saw Infinite Achilles. He had some battles and such. He had a battle with Hikaru and beat Hikaru. And it's like I said, like definitely the meaner wise, like Hyuga's a lot like a combination of vault and drum, like the carefreeness, but also like, can get serious at some points, when he's really in the zone and he's losing and such. But yeah, kind of like how drum is, like a mixture of drum and vault. And then Hikaru being more of a mixture of like kind of drum, just because of like, I guess his demeanor, but mainly Iga. Like a really similar to Iga, wanted to just improve and get stronger and such. But yeah, it's cool seeing that. But we did see Iga, the introduction of Iga with his Achilles. We got the Group B battle. So it featured Hyuga, Vault, Free, Rantaro. Hyuga, Free, Vault, Rantaro, and Iga. And with this, we saw the introduction of Iga with his Achilles. So Infinite Achilles, it's called Infinite Achilles Dimension Dash 1B. Sure enough, what I've been saying the longest time, I'm like, I feel like it's either going to have like a Dimension Dash or a Dimension Metal, which I would have loved to see, but not even upset that we got Dimension Dash. Just, hopefully it doesn't wear down too quick. That's the only problem I really have with Dimension and Dimension Dash is the rubber on the inside wears down really fast, so the modes kind of like don't switch up that much after you do a few battles with it, but still, it's going to be a really awesome bay, and it has 2 different modes. Well, actually technically 3, because like it has the mode with it's got like the infinite sword on it that ups its attack, kind of like how the Union armor was a thing with Union Achilles. I got that to up the attack, but it also has the infinite shield, which is something we didn't know about Achilles. It has the infinite shield, so it's like a yellow piece that goes on the outside and it makes it more round, so it could take more attacks, has more defense. And then also the third mode, which I'm saying is like the third mode, is without using either one. You know what I mean? Like it seems like Infinite Achilles can be used without having either one of those 2. So it's kind of like the balance mode for it. A balance of attack as well as defense with it. But not on the crazy level of like the sword or the shield. And also sword, shield, Pokemon reference with that. I see you, TT. I see you. But yeah. But the crazy thing with it is like usually the pattern is whenever there's a new bay introduced, usually that bay is not going to lose. You know what I mean? It wins its first battle, which granted, I know some people don't count it as like the first battle, but I kind of count it as the first battle because it happened. Iga versus Hikaru, Achilles did beat Helios, so he did win his first battle. So they kept up with that pattern. It was just a very slick TT way of doing it. You know what I mean? It was one battle, and Infinite Achilles did win it. Yeah, man, it was so cool seeing it. Just like even how intense Iga gets, you could just tell. It's just Iga. But then in the actual battle royal, there was a point when all of the Bays were going in and attacking Achilles. Actually, it reminded me a lot of like how you know, things were with Lane and Lucifer in the first battle. But Iga used I think it was like Infinite Shield or something like that. Like infinite defense, like a defensive move, and took all their attacks and such. But none of the bays were sent out or anything. They weren't sent flying like how Lane did so with Lucifer. But they all came down to the stamina. And then Hyuga's resonance awakened a little bit. And he's like, Hyperion! And then Lane was watching, actually. And he looked down at Lucifer, and Lucifer was resonating. This is some stuff that we've seen before, like how Iga was with Iga and Phi. Whenever Iga would let out some of his real resonance, Phi would see it and Phoenix would resonate with it and respond to Achilles' resonance. We're kind of getting that right now, with Hyuga and Lane. It seems like those two are big time rivals. It seems like, Hyuga and Lane are big time rivals, not like really Hikaru and Lane, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like Hyuga and Lane are the two big time rivals. Hikaru was just obviously kind of like got the stronger, bigger brother role, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, with this battle, it was a surprise. I was expecting Achilles to win it, just because, like, plot and how things are. Usually when they introduce a new Bay. But sure enough, came down to stamina, and Hyperion actually was the one that won it with the stamina by a very, very little bit because Hyuga had awakened some of his real resonance, which was crazy. Like, that honestly threw me a little bit for a loop because I was not expecting that. I was expecting Achilles to win it, and they hyped it up like Achilles is going to win it. But then they had Hyperion win that battle by a spin finish by a very, very little bit. And it was cool seeing that, man. And even just, they made Hyuga, like the underdog, that much more powerful, gave him more credibility with that win even. He just beat 4 legendary bladers on a battle royal. So, it shows he belongs in the tier up there with all those bladers, which is really, really cool to see that. Like, Hikaru kind of, well, I don't know who would be ahead power-wise, like Hyuga or Hikaru. Maybe like Hyuga a little bit. I don't know, because just like he's got the genius blader status, and like, sometimes the power awakens, sometimes it doesn't. Hikaru seems like he's mastered his power a little bit more, so maybe Hikaru's got the advantage a little bit, just being an older brother. But yeah, they're both still really, really strong. But with this is like TT's way of being like, you think you know everything. It's something I've said for a little bit. You think you know everything, but you don't know everything. We're going to throw curveballs at you. They're going to throw curveballs at us. Look what they did even like with the last even couple of seasons. Like we had Revive Phoenix. Like we weren't expecting until we got like the leak of like dead Phoenix, for Phi to just go and completely demolish his brother's Bay and combine his power with it. I don't think anybody was really expecting that until we got like the leaks of dead Phoenix. Then it was like, oh, it's got dead in the name, so it must be part of Hades, and then Phoenix, that being like kind of a wild thing. But I guess for Cho-Z, the big time wild thing being, well, actually, go back to God and Evolution even. The wild thing being that, Shu, when he was Red Eye, we saw him with Legend Spriggan. We thought he was going to be like the absolute strongest and such, but then lost to Louis. That he got another Spriggan after that. I know nobody was expecting that before we got the leaks. Nobody expecting that we are going to get like Spriggan Requiem and it was going to evolve again. That was TT throwing us for a little bit of a loop. Like you think you know everything? You don't. This is going to get even crazier. And then, like I said, even with Cho-Z, the things with Phi, but also when Iga faced off against Vault. I don't think any of us expected Iga to actually beat Vault in that first battle. Not only did he beat Vault with his like kind of dark resonance that obviously was corrupted by Phi, but he broke Valkyrie in half. I know none of us were expecting that crap. When we saw that, I'm sure all of our jaws hit the floor. My jaw hit the floor when I saw that. I was shook. That's another time when TT put in a big time curveball that we weren't expecting. You want to go forward with it after Cho-Z? GT. When it was down to Delta and Iga, I'm sure everybody thought that like Delta was gonna probably go in and possibly be the one to break Achilles because of his resonance being kind of corrupted, it seemed, and him trying to just completely make Achilles his prey. Like he was gonna try to break Achilles. But then in comes Arthur out of nowhere. I know none of us expected him to come in. Arthur comes in, launches in, and takes them both out. Like launches Achilles into the champion's belt and cracks the belt and then bursts Diabolos. I know none of us were expecting Arthur to come in. You know, absolutely craziness with that. And then also like Gwen coming in with like Genesis, because we saw Gwen come in after that and have Genesis. You know, that was honestly a kind of shock thing. And then even like Gwen kind of evolving into Big Bang Genesis before we got the leaks on it. It was like, oh crap. Well, we were kind of like thinking, I'm sure everybody was thinking like maybe we're going to get a stronger Apocalypse or a stronger Genesis. And that one wasn't like too crazy of like, a surprise, but I know Arthur coming in to that battle between Iga and Delta, that was a big shock. I know nobody was expecting that. I definitely wasn't. I was shook when I saw that. I was like, what the heck? Like, that was a complete turn, like just swerved by TT. They love doing these swerves, you guys. And it's a given. They're going to be doing some more swerves with this season. I just feel it in my gut. Because, like, look at GT. We didn't have that many breaks in GT. We had two. We had 2 breaks in GT. We've already had one already with Superking, and we're on the 22nd episode out of 52. That's 30 more episodes. You guys got to put this in perspective. 30 more episodes. They can have anybody come in. They can do whatever they want to. They can have any story with it. Like I said, the craziest one and the best one would be if they have like these evils like, Theodore or Ashton and Theodore, Ashton, Eval, or even Arthur come back, or even if they combine their powers and such and make one group. That would be absolutely crazy, man, because like it would go with the plot. The plot's already there because you have them come back. They all have history with all these bladers and such. It would make perfect sense. And also, every time that Lane battles, Shu gets shook. Like, he gets reminded of his red eye self, but on a crazier scale. It wouldn't be far-fetched to say that somebody like an Ashton or Theodore is behind Lane, because First Uranus was already a unique bay that had its own unique parts and completely demolished. I'm pretty sure demolished Fafnir had to have broken it. Had to have. Especially with how he just destroyed Ragnarok like this. I wouldn't be surprised if he did so to Fafnir. That's why Free's gunning for him. But everybody's gunning for Lane, And yeah, man. So next episode is actually going to be it's a team battle. I think it's Iga and Hikaru versus Hyuga and Lane. And I'm honestly really nervous for it because every protagonist has had their bay broken. It's just a fact. Every single one except for Hikaru and Hyuga. And I can imagine with this, I hope you don't see it, because I hate seeing bays break. It like breaks my heart, When Ranjiro got crushed by Lane, I was just like shook, dude. It was bad. But if it's like kind of an Arthur versus Drum and Delta kind of scenario, you know what I mean? Because in that battle, when he battled both of them, he bursted Diabolos, but then he broke Dragon. Dragon shattered, and that led to Drum making Imperial Dragon. If it's something like that, like you have this battle and it's like Iga loses, like in the preview, you can see them all attacking Lucifer. It's like Lane doesn't give a crap about Hyuga being his partner. He's just trying to go after everybody and show his power. That's the main thing. So he's not a team player for sure. It's Lane. He's not a team player. And then you see like Achilles, Helios, and Hyperion all attacking, Lucifer. I don't want to see it, but imagine if it's like kind of that Drum Delta situation where it's like Achilles maybe loses, but it's like a burst or a spin finish. But then you see either Helios or Hyperion get broken with that, dude. I don't want to see it. I definitely don't. And I really, really honestly hope that I'm wrong about this. But yeah, man, with how they're setting up Lane, and especially if Lane ends up using the variant wall press, whichever one it's called, then we know what the answer is. I really hope it doesn't happen, but time's gonna tell with it. I'm nervous about this next episode. Like I said, this whole series, I'm excited, but I'm nervous to see who they could bring back and such, because, like I said, after October, we're probably getting Achilles in October, which I'm surprised they showed off Infinite Achilles now. Maybe it's just to bring hype for it, but, like, if that's the bay that's the prize for the random booster, which is gonna be a random booster in October, it's a given, then that's crazy that they're showing it off this early. You know what I mean? That might just be weird to me, but they're showing it off this early. Yeah, man. And it's like, we've seen World Spriggan shown off in real life, but in the show, we haven't seen World Spriggan yet. And it's coming out next month in September, but they're having Achilles show up first before they even put World Spriggan in, and World Spriggan's coming out sooner. That's kind of a crazy thing to me. It might just be like, you know, to me. But yeah, I mean, time's going to tell with it. It shows TT's throwing some swerves. They're making us guess. They're making us really think about things because we don't know exactly what's going to be happening. And especially after we get Achilles, like once Spriggan and Achilles come out, we're in a dark period, you guys. They could bring back whoever they want to. Like I said, like Phi, Gwyn, and Delta are my 3 top picks that I really want to see come back. If I had a 4th or I had to add people to that, I'd say, honestly, a crazy one that would be awesome would be Hearts. Another one that would be crazy and awesome that we haven't seen since season 1 would be Zack. And also, like, you know, Dinah, Wakia, Kensuke. Those are probably like the top, 7, 8 bladers that would be sick to see. And also some of them, well, actually all of them, are on the top 15 of the manga. But the manga and the show are different, you know. But yeah, man, I'm just, like I said, I'm excited, but I'm nervous about things. And especially after we get Achilles, we're in the dark period, you know. Once Achilles and Spriggan come out, they can put in anybody or anybody they want to. They can have anybody return that they want to, and it's going to be the big time surprising shock factor time period because we don't know what's going to be coming out until they drop Koro or such. But yeah, or people find leaks, and you know, leaks, nah. Just wait for like things to officially come out, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Anyways, those are my thoughts on things. With like this episode and such, and just looking forward to things in the future. Like I said, I won't be surprised if there's like a ultimate Lucifer that comes out of this. No matter what, whatever Bay is coming at the end of all of this, that's the evil Bay, I guarantee it's probably going to be the strong. They're going to hype it up as the strongest, the heaviest burst Bay in history. And that's going to be the full-out ultimate evil Bay that these legends are all going to have to take on and try to beat and face. And look what Lane's doing already right now, power-wise, man. He makes another Lucifer after this, you better run for the hills. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Anyways, guys, got to end it off here. I actually have to go get ready for work and such. So hope you guys enjoy this video and such, and grinding it out right before. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. Feel free to put your thoughts and such in the comments. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. Where we see the remnants of the Snake Pit, the remnants of Dead Grand, and the remnants of Hell. I honestly hope so, because there would be a lot of plot development and thickening with that even. On top of Lane already going bonkers. Well, not even really going bonkers, but like going kind of crazy with his power. But yeah, anyways, till next time, guys, it's your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Till then, stay awesome and cool shoot. I'm up out of here.